Now, look at these words in the cyberspace. Can you feel their pull? How it calls out to you. Well, let's just click it.
I'm simultaneously excited and terrified. In fact, I think I have to go to the bathroom.
Now, wait up a bit as the game loads the cyberspace. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Well, it would help if I set the disk drive speed up. Now, here we have cyberspace, which is rather green and orange. And I would like to honestly apologize if the swirling background is making anyone nauseous. I've never suffered from any kind of motion sickness, and I find that disconcerting.
Honestly, for me, I think it's more the color scheme than the motion. The motion is pretty disconcerting, but to me, more it's just the way that the colors clash with each other. It honestly looks like somebody was very, very ill while in a vortex of some kind.
Could be worse. Could be even toss that nauseating yellow-green color.
That's pretty much what it is. Well, I guess it would need to be a little bit lighter for that, but yeah, this is pretty...
I don't see... To me, that's not all that yellowish.
Well, yeah, I see what you mean.
But this is the place where we are going now. And what is it? Yes, enter the database and say hello to the Cyberspace Combat Mode interface something. Well,
we'll be seeing a lot of this.
Yeah. Let's use the probe to find... Yep, this is the Panther Moderns. So let's start hammering away at it. By the way, what are your recommendations for using programs which every time use a few in a row?
Yeah, well, basically the way that this game tries to create variance or whatever is after each time you use a program on the same ice, it's less effective. So you don't want to just keep using, even if you have one really good ice, you don't want to keep using that same one over and over. You want to cycle between all the icebreakers that you have.
Yeah, but what I meant is how long a cycle would you suggest? I mean, switch to new one each time. Use a couple in a row.
I switch to new one each time. Like with this software loadout, I would use decoder, then hammer, then blowtorch.
Okay, let's use that then. Oh, by the way, in the interface, our own shielding is the horizontal one. The ice you're attacking is the vertical one.
Yeah. And once your vertical bar runs out, then it starts taking away your health, which is reflected in the EKG, or actually I think it's an EEG in the lower right.
Yeah. So once your shield is gone, you are not dead yet, and the screen is shaking to signify that the stuff is getting through. And the line here at the beginning of the program means that it acquired a bug due to ice attack. Okay, a couple more should do it. Okay, and that's it. We are in. Don't you just feel the excitement of breaking into a place where you are not supposed to be?
Every time I do that, I get arrested.
Well, don't get caught then. Level 2 access. Now, what we are here for is the software library. As you can see, we have quite a few more programs than we could get from through the link code. Now let's pick up Blowtorch 3.0 decoder, which obviously are more effective than the lower versions, and Cyberspace. Now this is rather interesting. In the PC version, using the Cyberspace gets you straight into Cyberspace without having to pay the phone bill, or what would I call it. But for some reason, at least in this version and on the Apple II GS version, Cyberspace still uses up money. You still have to pay the charges. So it's we don't really have any reason to download this.
There's almost no. The only real advantage is you skip one menu. With
Yeah.
Cyberspace, it goes right into Cyberspace, whereas using Comlink, it asks you if you want to enter Cyberspace or enter a link code. Other than that, there's no advantage.
Okay, now Thunderhead. This is also an icebreaking attack software, but it's a different one. It's a virus. You you attack with that. It infects the eyes, deals damage on it over time, and then it wears out. And also, each virus software is disposable, so we are going to be downloading a few of these.
I usually just download 2 or 3 of them because by the time you use it,
Yeah.
you'll probably find a better virus program anyhow. So
Okay. Now let's see. Also, cyberspace is divided up into zones, which are basically it's kind of like phone area codes or IP. Let's use the phone area code analogy. Databases which are situated near each other in the real world are situated in the same zone in cyberspace, and normally you can't cross the borders between them. For example, here we can't go further forward. So it also shows the number of the zone in this green number in the bottom left. We are at zone 0. You go up in zones, the databases also get harder to crack.
0, by the way, is the zone that you access from the cheap hotel.
Yeah.
And Gentleman Loser gets you into zone number 1.
Right. So you can see, for example, up there, ahead there is a database which is located in another zone we can't get into. Okay, Actually, I think this is more or less the only thing we need to be doing at this zone right now, so let's get out of here.
And after you leave cyberspace like this, it's probably a good idea to each time check your programs, because like that one program had a bug in it, so
Yeah.
I usually review my programs and debug any that had errors.
Yeah, also, let's check our health. Yeah. See, it went down from the 2000, which is the maximum. It's also a good idea to wait and rest up until you're back full. And now, some hot debugging action. Actually, we wouldn't need to debug this since we have the better version, but come on.
It may just be a skill thing. Then our debug skill might not be high enough.
Yeah.
I think it just won't do it. But that's fine. You can just delete it since we have a better version now.
Also let's check. Okay, hardware has no damage. Oh yeah. The UXP was damaged when we got it, so we repaired it now as well. Okay, next time more cyberspace.